Bam, this is Phantom IMC, and I say right now I log on to TBO up and running YouTube channel, and I tell you say yo, right now I'm fully entertained, cause them man chat about everything. So you say if you're boring and you feel lonely or you hard whatsoever, you just log on to TBO. You see me I say Phantom IMC representing. Bam! Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. TBO up and running. Bam!
Yeah, people, we have something to talk about. Cause some news, the Jamaica called for state of emergency. Yeah. So what I was saying is that it's like through the government locked up 8 people where them say is a Sparta member from a Sparta gang that run in Flanker, Montego Bay. So what I'm trying to say is that it look like they want to blame it on Tommy Lee Sparta because through we use the name Sparta. So it look like they want to accuse him of being a gang leader who is buying gun and supplying the gangsters in Montego Bay to kill the people in Montego Bay. Because last year alone, Montego Bay have killed over some 400 or 500 people. I forget the estimate of how many people died here in Montego Bay. So right now, I will tell Tommy Lee Sparta to be very careful right now because it looks like the government is planning to send another artist to prison for saying that he's a gang leader. You understand? So, and they have been drawing allegation on Tommy Lee Sparta for a long time now. So, because of this crime thing that's happening in Montego Bay now, and people is dying, and last time I do an interview about it, that they shoot some people and somebody inside a place there where they was having a funeral there. So what I'm saying is that why the government is looking for the artists them to be blamed when they are the one to be blamed. I'm pointing fingers for this corruption in the country.
In the same flankers community, we arrested 8 persons, 8 members of the dangerous Sparta gang. All 8 are wanted for either murder or in connection to shooting crimes.
Why I say I'm pointing fingers because Jamaica government have been very, very careless for the last 40, 50 years. They have been running the country. They have never set up an institution for the kids to have a professional training that they can, every kid can get a professional job or something, training, skills or something to make the country better. All these years, if a kid dropped out of school, he go to nowhere. If his mother and parents don't strict and have the money to send him the kid to some professional school to get the kid some trade, or somebody don't see that kid and decide to help teach that kid a training, the kid didn't have nowhere to go. I know many kids dropped out of school in Jamaica for the how many years I was there in Jamaica, and I see many of these kids, they didn't get any training. No government wasn't there to see that these kids get help or something, that they could go to the army or something. The army is put in place in every country that is above us to help kids. That means that if you don't get a good schooling, you can go to the army, or you could go to a training unlock, or you could go to a something that you can learn some skills. That means that every kid, before they reach the age of 24, 25, they could have a professional job or a professional training in some categories of any kind of job. You understand? The Jamaica government for the last 40 or 50 years doesn't even know that jobs are created not only by the jobs that are hotel or cooks or something. Jobs are also created by cleaning up the forest, get some computer and have people taking out these material that they can recycle it, or get people taking up the plastic bags and put them together and have them separate. To that, jobs are created by even having people cleaning the bus, having people cleaning the bus stops, have people cleaning the markets, have people cleaning everywhere, have cleaning people that go out. Jobs are created in all different kind of forms of way. No jobs is done here. If every man clean toilet, you understand? You don't see the government building up any toilet out all over the country that you can give people job to go and say, okay, you're a cleaning person, you go and clean this toilet. You work for the government and you clean toilet. Or they say they have little workers who clean the street, but not the whole country. You must need, when you're lining up something like that, not only does Kingston or one little part of Montego Bay or one little part of Negril. That must be the whole country. That means you have people who go and sweep the street. You have people that go and cut the forest. And you have people that go and clean up the seas. And you have people that, all type of forms of where what you know a work can be. Jamaica government don't create that much ways to build jobs or line up the army that can teach you to become a soldier. First of all, Jamaica army doesn't even belong to them. It's for England, and everybody know that. So they don't care about the people who living in Jamaica. But when time something go down, like how now with Jamaica is running on a killing spree, they're blaming other people for the killing, while they, the government, don't put no institution in place for the people of the country. So what kind of government are these people? Yes, I'm talking, and when I'm talking, I know why I'm talking, because I have been living in Jamaica for years, and when I leave school, there was nothing for me to do. If I run and go and get a job, yes, and somebody give me a job, okay. But the government didn't have anything in place to say, why, okay, I can get a second year degree or a secondary level subject or something if my parents didn't have money to send me to go and do that. So now when things getting out of hand, they want to look for people to blame. They blame other people. What about government? What is the government of Jamaica doing for the country all these years? Nothing. Some take the money, run and go far and go buy a house. Some take the money, put in them pocket, walk around, living lavish life, spending it buying gun and giving it to their criminal friend. Sorry, that's the truth. All the criminals, they know that. So they know that's the truth. You understand? That's why many people have been bashing the government for years, and the criminal them too can say, oh, it's the government who supply them. Last time about 150 gun them catch, and where it was going? It was going to the government. You understand? Yes. So why now when time things get out of hand, they're gonna look somebody to blame and say, oh, it was gang member and gang this, when they are the one who is supplying the gangs. They are the one who also is bringing in the machines, the guns, this, and they are the one who is instituting the killing. You understand? So they must not come out and make such report. Fix the country first. Fix all things that you know you can do is a job. And the government doesn't put all these jobs in place. Okay, they have the tourists, they have the police, and they have their doctor, and they have their little bus company, and they have their banks. And that's it. You understand? It's private sector. Little people who probably go to overseas, or little people who have a little money, build up all these little small firms. Government, what for truck company the government of Jamaica have? They don't even own their current. They don't even own their telephone. They don't even own the hospitals in Jamaica. They don't even own the airport. But they're talking about people, other people is gang leader, when they're the ones who don't even setting up any institution for the people, and by the time they change power, the other one come in and stop all this. And then by the time the other one come in, he stop the other one project, and he start a new project. That's a losing of a lot of money. Every time a government is doing something and another government come in and stop that is losing money. So there is no government in Jamaica that is in place to stay there and say, This is how every government come in and go work and do it. You understand? This one is making the road. This one come in, he stopped it. This one is making the gully. This one come in, him stopped it. This one is by the airport. This one come in, him sell it. This one is running the ship company. This one come in, him sell it. This one is making the police are so in order. This one come in, him change the police, turn them back to killer. This one is making the something good like feeding the poor. This one come in, he say no. So how the people in the country supposed to live? How gonna survive in that country when there's no system that's stable, that everybody come do what they want? I'm the government. Yes, I make this so. Yes, I make that so. Yes, I make this so. That's not a country. That's like you're living in the jungle, and every animal run around and eat what they want and do what they want and be free. And just if you decide to eat one goat as a lion, you just eat a goat. And if you're a crocodile and you feel like eat a elephant, you just eat an elephant. And that's the way they do it. You understand? It's not like the government of the country is in place and instructed and have a good thing that say it's strong. That say this is the government of the country. You have institution for kids that who can't learn. These kids that who can't learn go to this institution that they can get a trade or they can learn something good. Or you got an institution that is in place like the army to say, okay, these kids are not for trade and they are not for this. So, okay, let's send them to the army to be soldier. Or you understand? If you want to go into the police academy in Jamaica, you have to go and make an application and send it in. Okay, no problem. You have to go and make an application and send it in. But what if a guy that say him have a bad childhood and it wasn't good? They won't take him because they will say, okay, his reputation was bad. So this is the thing that I'm trying to say. The government in Jamaica, they have no love for the people of the country. And I'm telling you that. I have watching news all these years and I've been hearing things and I've been seeing how things happening in Jamaica. And I go and I come and I see all the places running. No government in Jamaica is in place for the people of the country. So the people of the country, they have to do what they have to do. I'm not agreeing with the criminals for what they are doing because I mean, this is your own black brother you're killing. It's not like we're killing America. Are we fighting against Germany? Are we fighting against Russia? Are we fighting against China or Japan? Are we fighting against the Arabs? No, we're killing our own black brothers. I know, and that's bad. You when you do that in Jamaica, you make it bad for us who is out in the world, overseas or where we are. We get the name, we get the bad name, we get bad treatment, and you people probably feel like we're there in overseas and we're living the best life. No, we're not living the best life. We get, if something wrong in your country, you're living that life in overseas same way, like you're in your country. And these are the things that I'm saying. Jamaica government need to get their act first, build a system that is fundamental, stable, and that system, any government that come in, he only can add to it, but he can't stop anything and he can't take away anything. It's only the people of the country can vote for like online vote or vote with paper, right? So it's your thing and say, okay, we don't need this or this is too old, so we can change this to a newer thing. But the government in the country, they decide anything. Okay, they decide to draw a state of emergency. Okay, we were calling for a state of emergency because it was getting very bad. But I mean, did they ask the people if it is necessary for them to vote if we need a state of emergency in the Montego Bay? No. They just call Congress. Congress, yes, okay, we do this, we put this, and then boom, they draw a state of emergency. That's called war. That means say, okay, you are making the criminals them run up and down wild now all over the country, and anywhere they go, they just kill to survive. You see how bad that is? So I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but I'm just showing you how the thing operates. When you call a state of emergency for a city, in a big city like Montego Bay, you're telling the criminal to run to Negril, run to Morant Bay, Manchester, run to there, run to Ochiraya. So when they go there, how are they going to make money to survive? No, they're not going to make money to survive because they have to go kill somebody there now to get some money in their pocket. You see? So you're calling for a state of emergency. You're calling to kill more people and get more people killed who would never been get killed. But now the criminals are on the run. No. But you see, if the government was a stable government from day one, from way back from when Alexander Bustamante, Siaga, all these PJ Patterson, Michael Manley, where Portia Simpson Miller come up to this Prime Minister, what's his name, Andrew Holness. Then the government wouldn't have to have this kind of acre because you will be training the kids for over these 40 years. So all these gunmen and gunwomen or what, they wouldn't in this lifestyle because they would be going to from the kindergarten to the kindergarten to the basic school to the primary school they will go into proper training. They will get a better standard life. They would not, and then you could say no kids wouldn't leave out in behind. Every kid would have something to get. But when you check it out, only rich people kids have something to get. Second class people who fight their way with their kids get something, and the rest of the people, what do they get? Nothing. What do they get? Nothing. No one there to treat them anyway. No social help. No institution for them to go. Okay, now they place some institution inside like the Archos and the IHT and so what they want to call it. What they call it. Archos and this kind of stuff. Yes. But these things should have been long time in place. Look, Sweden, not Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Germany, France, they have these things put in place for their people for a long time, from more than 70 years ago. You understand? What does Jamaica government go to overseas to do? When they go overseas, you don't see it different and say, okay, I could put this in my country would run better. No. They come back to Jamaica, they run the country same way how it is. So, you're running the country like it's a war zone. As a government, the people becomes a war zone. You see? It takes the leader of the country to make the country what it is. So if the country leader is a war leader, just like if you're in Libya, when Gaddafi when they run it and they say Gaddafi is a war man, what happened in Libya? It becomes a war place. And what happened? It's a crime place. Just like in Iraq, when they have Saddam Hussein and they say Saddam Hussein was a war man, a criminal, or this. What happened in Iraq? It becomes a war country. When you have a place like Afghanistan, what happened in Afghanistan? It becomes a war zone. When you're talking about Colombia, what happened in Colombia? It becomes a war zone. If you go to Colombia, people take you away because there is no government in place. So that's the same thing happening in Jamaica. No government is in place who is running the country. For the last 40, 50 years, there was never a government in place for the people. Because if there was a government in place for the people, from 40 or 50 years ago, these kids that who's gunman today who's 20 are like all these wanted man and wanted people that I see all over the news. These people would never pick a criminal to be. Because what? They would have a lot of opportunity. I'm talking about like place in Denmark. Look in Denmark. Every kid have to go to school. There is never a kid come out of school and end up don't have an education. If he can't read and write, they send him to a special institution to see if he can read and write. And then if this kid cannot read and write, they find out what he like as a trade, and that's the trade what he get. So everyone have a possibility to learn something. Like even in Switzerland too, the people there, every kid that go to school, they end up getting up something. You can't finish school and you don't have a trade, or you don't have something like you call it house built on to that's like what do you call it, like a trade, or you learn skills then. You understand? But no, Jamaica government, okay. Yeah, this one come here change this. This one come here change that. No, that's not the way your country run. No country wanna run like that. If you're running a country like that, you're calling criminals in. You're inviting the criminals because there is no order. And from the government doesn't have an order and a stable order, you're telling people that they should be criminal. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. The black people who travel to outside and they can't read and write because they leave their country and can't read and write and these things, why do you think they turn to criminal in other countries? Because you, the government of your black country, didn't put in no institution, you didn't grow the children right, you didn't have them from small in the group, in the kindergarten, in the primary school, training them to be ardently, to be polite, and to know how they're gonna get something. So when they go to another foreign country and so, what do you think they're gonna do? They don't have an education, they don't have a skill. So when they go to a foreign country, they think that's what they're supposed to be doing. So these things now that lead that, there's so many of the people who come back to Jamaica now, they still go back and go and do the same thing because that's what they know. So what your parents teach, not even say what your parents teach you, what you learn from your country, that's who you become. Because this is not about parents, because everyone in the country is a parent. Even if that person doesn't have a kid, in the end of the day, he's a parent, because if he's doing criminality in that community and don't have no kid, 1 or 2 kids in that community will want to be like that person. So you're like a what do you call it? A role model. So if our government of our country is not a role model for the people of Jamaica, then how can the people of Jamaica be good? That's what I want to know. They can't be good because the government is not good, so the people are not good. If the government is good, having their social thing, running their social status, having things that people can get help when like a kid that don't have any he's an invalid, then and they can send the kid to this school, specialist can look the kid and help the kid to grow up. Or this kid cannot read and write because he don't have the brain for it, but he's good at doing mechanic, then he can go to a mechanic place to learn to become a mechanic. If these things are not in place, there is not a country. There is never will be a country, and the country will never be good, because all these kids will, because they can't read and write and they don't have anything, and where they go to get a job they can't get it, they can't do their job because they are not properly trained. Criminal. I will make the second part of this. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to TBO Running channel. I'm out.